Yeah, my Naga. Who's Denmark Vesey? Oh man, they're putting him in all the drop on Netflix, man. This show called The Outer Banks is putting him on all the drop on Netflix. And we gotta ask ourselves, oh shit, they are doing Denmark Vesey. This young Netflix melodrama is using the true story of Denmark Vesey as a narrative foundation for a white teen's rags to riches story. Oh no, boss. Oh no. Okay, let's back it up. Yeah, a formerly enslaved person escaped a shipwreck. Remember this word, keyword shipwreck. With enough gold to buy a cotton plantation in pre-Civil War South. But don't you want to hear more about John B. Summer? Why would you put such an interesting subplot in your show? More relevant than your show, my Naga, unless somebody's trying to drop us some game. Because when you recon Denmark Tanny or Denmark Vesey, he had everything to do with one of the largest slave revolts in history. And Nat Turner popped his off 10 years later because Denmark Vesey got snitched on and they didn't get to, execute their plan. You know what I mean? But, oh boy, did he get the gold though? How did he fund one of the most massive, coast to coast slave revolts? How was it funded? How did he get the drop? Let's go back a little bit. This is a show called Outer Banks.
Excuse you.
Sorry. Who's the dude on the wall?
Oh, it's Denmark Tanny, founder of Tanny Health.
Founder?
Mm-hmm.
So how did a slave found a cotton plantation?
He was a free man. He's kind of a mystery. He showed up out of nowhere and paid for all of the land around here in gold.
He's a mystery.
Gold?
Mm-hmm.
He showed up out of nowhere and paid for everything in gold, my Naga. He paid for all the land in gold. And I'm just asking you, when it comes to the most popular or the largest rebellions, this is from ushistory.org, Denmark Vesey, they say won a lottery. Is that code for gold? Is that code for gold? They say it was over $400 million in gold. Why is this being hidden? Where's the gold? Who got the drop? This is a gold from, they say, the Royal Merchant ship that sunk. But this British didn't own that gold. So whose gold was it anyway? Was it Denmark's gold anyway? Why is he called Denmark? Let's go. It says he won a lottery and purchased his freedom. He worked as a carpenter in South Carolina as a respected artisan for years and was quite satisfied with his life. Educated man, fluent in several languages. He had the drop, which he learned while he was enslaved to a widely slave or traveled slave trader. But a profound repulsion to slavery, plus encouragement from a successful slave revolt in Haiti, we're talking to Song Leoverture, led him to plan to murder every single white in the South. Wow. With the help of thousands of slaves and supporters, the date was set for Sunday, July 24th. Before the uprising began, his plan was revealed. He was snitched on. He was captured, tried, and hanged. In other words, he was crucified, just like Jesus. Hung from a tree in the book of Acts, just like Jesus. What else? Let's go. 47 African Americans were condemned to death for alleged involvement in the plot. An estimated 9,000 individuals were involved, Managa. Then Nat Turner popped his off in 1831, about 10 years later. So what was the connection? Was he just continuing the work? Because remember, Nat Turner was telling his people that they were Hebrews, that they were the people of the book. And so was Vesey. Vesey invoked the Old Testament, likening African Americans to Hebrews. This is his premise. He said, you are the people of the book, Old Testament. He didn't go with the regular Christianity drop. He went to the TelMak. Why? Because Jesus is talking about turning the other cheek, paying taxes, rendering unto Caesar what's Caesar's. Joshua, the Old Testament, is slicing and dicing. So there's two different Joshuas, and you're going to have to choose up. You're going to have to choose your Joshua. And he chose his Joshua. He invoked the Old Testament, likening the Negroes, the Nagaz, to Hebrews, marked by Hawa for liberation. What else? Let's go. What else? This is out of Wikipedia. Vesey inspired slaves by connecting their potential freedom to the biblical story of the Exodus and God's delivery of the children of Israel from Egyptian slavery. So he likened them to Israel because they are Israel. He told them who they are. He said, let's get free. That's why there's the dual legacy of Denmark Vesey, because on one end you got this revolt, and on the other end you got the gold. In gold.
Hey, I'm not finished, Sancho.
TelMak. I recognize that name. He was on the Royal Merchant. But there's no survivors. Hey, what else do you know about this guy?
When we first moved in, we found a diary, an almanac, a bunch of papers. Ward donated all of it to the State Archives at Chapel Hill.
Wow, okay.
Can I go see that?
So the archives in Chapel Hill got the drop. I mean, you might want to look into it. So I say, can we connect him to a shipwreck? Can we connect Denmark Vesey, who likened the African Americans to Hebrews? Can we connect him to the gold? Can we connect him to a shipwreck? Inspired slaves by connecting their potential freedom to the biblical story of the Exodus and Hawa's delivery of the Hebrews, the children of Israel. Can we connect the dual legacy, the shipwreck, and the slave revolt? Biography of Denmark Tanny or Denmark Vesey. All right, you know, all this drop is on our YouTube. We just did a whole drop on this. But look, during the Revolutionary War, Captain Vesey, now an odd resident of the city, commanded a shipwreck, that traded between St. Thomas and Cape Francieux, all right, San Domingo. Now, Captain Vesey is who Denmark was named after, all right, because he was taken in, they said, by this captain, and he took his name Vesey. Now, why is he called Denmark? Let's go. All right, take it from here. In the year 1781, he took on board at St. Thomas 390 slaves, sailed for the Cape. On the passage, he and his officers were struck with the beauty, alertness, and intelligence of a boy about 14 years of age, whom they made a pet of by taking him into the cabin, changing his apparel, and calling him by of distinction, TelMak. So why are they calling him TelMak? So is his name Denmark? Let's go. Which appellation has since, by gradual corruption among the Negroes, been changed to Denmark. So TelMak is Denmark. TelMak is love to the bro is Denmark. And why are they calling him TelMak, man? I mean, we got to put it all together, my Naga. We got to put all this stuff together because we're talking about shipwrecks. Telemachus figures prominently in Homer's Odyssey as the wandering son of Odysseus and Penelope. Let's take it from here. He was shipwrecked. So they're calling him after this figure in Odyssey, or are they connecting him with the shipwreck by calling him Telemachus, which became Denmark? I mean, we are just talking about the gold, right? We are just talking about the gold, right? The gold, right? The Gold Coast, right? We are just talking the Gold Coast. We got down here, Telemachus was shipwrecked, right? So this is shipwreck connecting with the bro who led the revolution, and we're just talking about who got the gold, man. Who got the gold, man, and who got
Hey, what else do you know about this guy?
When we first moved in, we found a diary, an almanac, a bunch of papers. Ward donated all of it to the State Archives at Chapel Hill.
Can I go see that?
Who got the drop, man? We just surfing the wave, getting the drop on one of the, largest slave revolts in history, taking out all the hijack. Alawa.